out from behind a desk. Good to hear it. Couldn't pay me to get chained to an office. Max was a crane operator at the pier and possibly even more outdoorsy than me. Another reason to not have him along. If there were things I had to figure out, like lighting a tricky wood stove or something, I preferred to get it right before I had an audience eager to swoop in and help. Quit reminding me how much I want to be back out there, I grumbled right as the phone crackled again. Damn it, signal's dropping again. No worries, I should probably run anyway. I've got a date tonight. Maybe you're not the only one with some recent luck. Max's warm laugh made me a little less grumbly. This hottie swiped right and slid into my DMs with some killer pics. Have a good time. Hope they're not actually some pimple-faced kid. I kept my tone light, the sort of ribbing we give each other all day. Hey, that only happened one time. The static increased, garbling whatever else he was trying to say until the call dropped completely. For once, though I wasn't cursing the trees and lack of cell towers, Max had been wandering into territory I didn't want to think about, so I cranked the stereo rather than attempt a call back. Without passengers, I could indulge the musical tastes my brother, the composer, called hopelessly basic. Whatever. I liked what I liked. But I'd barely gotten 2 songs in before the GPS bleated that it was time to turn onto an even smaller side road, and then another, each road more narrow and less maintained than the last. They'd been plowed, at least, but not well. My sports car had all-wheel drive and was rated decent for winter, but I was still glad the forecast called for only a light dusting this weekend. A rogue flake danced across my windshield. Probably an escapee from a nearby snowbank and not an omen. Here's hoping. Finally, the GPS led me up a gravel drive to a red mailbox beside a large carved wooden bear holding a cheery sign that read, Dutch Bear's Hideaway. Hideaway could be anything from a shed to a treehouse, and a weird Christmas morning-level excitement gathered in my gut as I made the turn. The house wasn't immediately visible from the road, and when the driveway turned to reveal a red Swiss-style cottage with white trim hidden among the trees, I couldn't help grinning. This I could work with. It was older, sure, probably 50 years at least, and humble, but it looked sound. No saggy roof or missing windows. Its footprint was a basic rectangle with deep eaves, and a little white balcony indicated there was a second story tucked under the sloping roof. I followed the drive around back to where it ended at a little outbuilding, painted the same red as the house. Tim, the guy at the poker party, had made it sound way shabbier than this. True, it was remote, with no neighbors that I could see, but as long as that chimney worked and we had something resembling electricity, this could be a nice bro hangout. Like the little clubhouse we'd had in the backyard at one of Dad's duty stations. Man, I'd loved that place. Maybe I'd change the sign to something more me. Keep the bear. He was cute and homey. Kind of like the place itself. After I parked, I started exploring on foot. A little fire circle, with carved wooden benches and an ancient hot tub on a deck lurked behind the house. The hot tub might have to be replaced, but there was plenty of firewood in the little outbuilding, and lo and behold, one of my keys opened the white door to reveal snow shovels and other winter supplies. Not a bad start. When I ducked back out of the outbuilding, a few more snowflakes fluttered over my face. Luckily, I wasn't planning on going anywhere before morning, and I'd have wood and the food and supplies I'd brought, if nothing else. The rear patio door next to the hot tub didn't take the first key I tried, or the second, or the same one as the outbuilding either. But then I went back to the first key, jiggled the knob a little, and the lock turned. Who's got the magic touch? I crowed to the empty woods before opening the door. It let out a loud creak, but would be an easy fix to put on my list. The door opened into a hallway with a neat row of hooks for coats and a mat for shoes and boots. Taking the hint, I took a second to take off my boots so I wouldn't track mud and snow all over the house. I left my coat on until I could assess the heat situation. The hallway led me past a modest bedroom with what looked to be a queen and bedding already on. Score. A breaker box hung on the wall between the bedroom and bathroom. The electric was already on, so I tested the light in the bathroom. Worked. The bath was cramped with a cracked vanity, but I'd done multiple submarine tours. The tub-shower combo was practically palatial compared